Hey guys, let's check out Beaver Island, Michigan. Okay, so here we are on the Emerald Isle Ferry, which takes you over to Beaver Island, and just going to check outside here.
Pretty rad, man!
And then this is just at the front of the boat here, and honestly, these views were so pretty. The water was so blue. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
And here's just a front of the ferry, the Emerald Isle Ferry here. Then Ethan and I... We're going back in?
Yeah, you know what's cool though? You look over the side. Yeah.
Then just looking over the side here, I thought the waves looked really cool. And finally just heading back in for the rest of the ferry ride, which took about 2 hours. Okay, and here we are arriving at Beaver Island. Approaching the docks here on Beaver Island, and it's really, really exciting. Then getting off the ferry here, and we've arrived at Beaver Island. Then there's all these beautiful ferns here and lots of mosquitoes, but this is pretty cool. Just out here on Beaver Island, just so lush. Okay, then we got into some really nasty parts on the trail, and this is one of them. And believe it or not, this wasn't even the worst we went through. But as you can see, it's pretty rutted out here, but it honestly made for a really fun time. So we're just getting off the side-by-side here, and this is really cool. There's this little lake here. What's it called?
It's an island with a lake inside a lake. Fox Lake.
Fox Lake. So yeah, you heard it. This is Fox Lake here on Beaver Island. And it's honestly just really pretty.
Water temperature. Check this out. The water is really...
Oh, it's orange.
Yeah, it's because it's iron.
That water is orange.
It's because of iron ore.
Wow.
So they never mined Beaver Island, but there are a shitload of iron ore deposits here that they could mine. But because it's a protected state park, that they'll never mine it. But
Okay.
even the water is, you can see, full of iron ore.
Yeah, wow, that's neat. That's kind of crazy though. Water was just so orange with iron. That little Fox Lake here. And we're gonna get back on the side by side and head south.
Okay,
Okay, so we just got to another location here, Iron Ore Beach, and we're gonna walk down to the beach and check that out. It looks really pretty. The water's like a really, I don't know, bright blue. So, let's check it out. Yeah, just look at that beach there. That's crazy. So pretty.
look at her go. Look at her go. That's 10 years gymnastics right there. Now me on the other hand.
We've got flip-flops on.
True.
There you go. That was fun, guys. Just look at this beautiful beach sand too. It's like no rocks. It's really pretty. Look at all these rocks.
Any Indian beads? Not on Beaver Island.
Hey, yeah, this has been awesome.
Yeah.
Yay.
Easy does it now.
Just absolutely gorgeous beaches here, guys. It's so pretty. Okay, guys, so Ethan's gonna do a little donut here. Show us his skills on the side by side.
Don't put pressure on me.
What? No pressure! Woo! Got hit a little there.
Oh, someone's gonna
Sick. Okay, guys, so we just made it here to the southern lighthouse on Beaver Island, and it's just so pretty. Like, it's just so cool. I think the tower's open too, so if that's open, I definitely want to climb up there. But this is just sort of what it looks like here. Yeah, so to get to the tower, I think we have to go around here. This way, I believe.
Yep.
See, it says tower open. Oh, and they have a cute little bench area down there.
Gotta put some cannon in case the Spanish come.
Oh shit, they got a cannon. It's a really beautiful building. Wow. I wonder how old this is.
1831.
And the pretty flowers there.
So the first one they built, because I speed read, I read every single thing here. The first one they built in 1829 slid right off this hill into the lake. And if you go down there, you can see all the ruins of the bricks from the first lighthouse. So then 2 years later, they rebuilt this lighthouse.
That's pretty cool. All right. Maybe we'll go down and check out the ruins. Let's head inside here. Just open. Wow, that must be the old light.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
So apparently nowadays,
Oh, wow.
Charlevoix Public Schools owns this building.
Okay, just look at these stairs. That is like too cool.
Wrought iron.
Going up these stairs here. Oh, it's a little scary, but not really. Not really.
I assure you, you are quite safe.
And they have these little windows.
Oh, do you know how jacked you'd get hauling all the gasoline and propane and shit up here
Probably.
before they made it electric?
Whew. Are we at the top now?
God.
Almost. Okay. Gotta be careful.
Up she goes. And she's done it. Time for me to follow. Oh, it is cramped.
Okay, so we made it to the top and just look at all these views here. It's just stunning. And the road down there. We're quite high up. Whew. And I'll just do a little panoramic view here for you guys. And the lighthouse. Okay, so that was super cool climbing up in the lighthouse tower like that. The views were amazing and it's completely free and open, and I would highly recommend that. That was just really, really super cool.
No doubt.
Hello, little goats. Hello. It's kind of hard to see.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Hi, buddy! Like a wild goat. Hi, buddy! He's wagging his tail.
my door jammed.
Are these wild? I don't think so. He's eating grass. What is this? This is so funny.
Oh, he's coming closer to us.
Uh-oh, I scared him.
They must be wild. Wow, look at that big, big horned one.
Hey guys, so here I am on Beaver Island here. I'm just walking towards, I guess, the downtown area. It's about 7 o'clock and I think we're gonna look to get some dinner. And this is just kind of Beaver Island behind me here. I've never been here before, so it's been a very interesting trip. Earlier today we rented a side-by-side and kind of went on some of the trails or roads. Some of them were pretty rough, so that footage is gonna be awesome. Just walking downtown here, and there's the lake there. There's not a big downtown at all. There's not too many restaurants. It's very, very quaint. So just a little bit about Beaver Island. It's the largest island in Michigan, and it has an annual population of about 650 people. There's kind of a rich history and interesting history. I'm not much of a history buff, but I did do a quick search. So there's like Irish Catholic people who used to live here, and then there was a Mormon community, and the leader was ultimately crowned king and was the first king in the United States, first and only. And it's just kind of interesting. And there's also Native American history here as well too. I was hoping to see more historical houses or stuff, but we just kind of didn't have time on this trip. But if you are curious, I'll link some of the stuff I read about the history in the description, and you can check that out for yourself. Yeah, so a really interesting history here on Beaver Island. And the island's 13 miles long, and it's about 3 to 6 miles wide. And it's just really beautiful here. From Charlevoix, it took about 2 hours on the ferry to get here, which wasn't bad, honestly. It flew by. And that was really fun too, because you had all these really pretty views and everything, which was really nice. But we're getting into a little bit more of a residential area here, and I want to show you some of the houses that are here. I'm not sure whether for full-time residents or not, but let's just check out a few houses. Okay, so here is a house. Beautiful upstairs. I think it's a storefront though, probably multi-use building. And this is just the main drag here. Got some new construction there. And then like I said, we're approaching downtown and there's gonna be a marina. Oh, look at these plants. I believe they're called irises. I have a few in my backyard at the moment. Whoa, and then look at the siding there on that house. That looks really cool. That fits, I think, the Beaver Island vibe. There was a vibe. Oh, there's a cute little house with the porch there. There's a lot of bugs out right now too, you guys. Like if you go kind of on some of the trails or deep into the woods, it's mosquito heaven. And it's about the middle of June right now. So if you're going to go camping or anything like that, or be in the woods, just be aware. The bug situation is pretty bad. Want to check out this house? Beautiful house here. Says 1901 on the top. This has got to be one of the originals, maybe? I hope. It says 1901. So this is, I guess, the King Strand Hotel Club. Oh, it's a hotel built in 1901. Yeah, Jesse Strang. James Jesse Strang. That was the Mormon founder who was named King, and he was also in Michigan government, and he did a lot of crazy things actually here on Beaver Island. Yep, King Strang Hotel. So that's right there. We got here yesterday, and that was kind of a bummer because it was raining and cold. Today, it's maybe about 60, but it's not raining, so that's good. You just really never know with Michigan weather what you're gonna get, so always dress and be prepared. So I got my rain jacket on and everything. But anyway, like I said, I'm not much of a history buff, but if you read about it, that Jesse Strang, or James Jesse Strang, he was quite dominant to against like the Irish Catholic people, and was just very aggressive, and I think eventually he was shot, and just kind of not a good guy in some ways, in some regards. Oh wow, check this out. Just this cute little house here. Looks almost abandoned, but I really just like how the trees crept up on it there. The thing I will say about Beaver Island, just to make the user experience more friendly, is you need a way to get around. I don't think bringing a car is very feasible, so if you have bicycles, or you would need to rent a bike, or you can rent like a side-by-side, but we only had that for like 5 hours, and it would just be nice to have some sort of bicycle, because I would like to check out that other lighthouse on the north side, but to walk there would be at least a mile, you know, and then it's about another mile from where we're staying, a little bit less to walk downtown, so it's just a lot of walking. And if you had some sort of bicycle, that would just make it way more convenient and fast. So I would recommend bringing a bicycle. Okay, and here is just what a cute little beetle. Okay, anyway, this is approaching the downtown here. Looks like they got an Elks Lodge. I've never really been sure what Elks Lodges are. More iris flowers. And then they have Shamrock Pub and Grill. We actually came here yesterday, and we're gonna come here again because there's not many choices to eat on the restaurant, but I guess there's some bike event going on, and there's like a ton of bikes here. So this is going inside Shamrock's here. I just kind of wanted to show you what it looked like, and it's very rustic, as you can see. This is the whitefish here. Was not very good. I would just stick to a burger.
All right, so we're coming back from our dinner at Shamrock's, which is one of only 4 restaurants on Beaver Island, and I would say it is the 4th best restaurant on Beaver Island, which means it is the worst restaurant on Beaver Island. I would not recommend going there under any circumstances. The waitstaff is quite friendly and accommodating. There is a drunk bartender that is so bad that the general manager generally has to jump in and help him all the time. And quite frankly, it only works because there's no other options in town. So they have a bit of a monopoly here where they can just give you horrible service and there's not a thing you can do about it. And that's quite unfortunate. I wish somebody were here with just the smallest bit of passion, who cared just a tiny bit to give people who vacation here all summer long something that is worthy of their money.
Yeah, so that sounded a little harsh, I know, guys, but it was just really, really that bad, and it was so slow too. I think they're definitely understaffed. It's just something to be aware of if you do visit the island here. I would like maybe pack a cooler, bring your own food, or just hit up they do have a pretty nice grocery market and just get everything you need there. I would not rely on the restaurants. And if you do go, I'd just get beers or something, you know.
They were cheap.
Yeah, the beers were cheap, you know, just stick to drinks, but I'd like maybe cook at home or something. It's just a little unfortunate. Yeah, like Ethan said, because it's just a tourist area and it feels kind of like a letdown. So anyway. So here's a view here from our Airbnb patio. It's actually really pretty, and the clouds there is really nice. But yeah, it's just like a shared patio here. I think there's 3 units upstairs and then a little shop downstairs. Okay, so at this Airbnb place too, this is their bike rates in hours. 2 hours is $30. I think that's a little high, to be honest, but the bikes look pretty nice. Here they are here. And here's a shot of like the Airbnb place, and then St. James Boat Shop. And yeah, right now it's our last day on the island here, so we're gonna go get some coffee and breakfast and then get back on the ferry and head back to Charlevoix. Down goes. So this is the breakfast place here, the Wild Strawberry Cafe. And we just got a couple breakfast sandwiches, and honestly, they were really good. Okay guys, so across the street from the breakfast place, there's just this little park here, like an open space. And I just want to go down to the water and kind of check that out really quick. So yeah, beautiful day here on Beaver Island. Today's actually the nicest weather we've had here. It did rain the first night, rain the first day, but yesterday was nice too, but today's the warmest day. Okay, so here we are at the beach. Let's check it out. Got a cute little boat there. I'm not sure if it's functional or not, but there's this little boat. And then they have a harbor, which is not very full at the moment. And check out that water. It's very clear, very calm today. Peaceful morning here. And yeah, let's just maybe walk down the beach a little bit. So this is kind of where the beach ends here, at least this section. But I can't get over just how clear that water is. And there's just spots in the harbor there for boats and stuff. But yeah, the water's super clear. Beautiful day, beautiful Sunday here, Beaver Island. Okay guys, so I just want to thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed this, please like or leave a comment on what you thought about Beaver Island. Had a really good time, learned a lot. There's some pluses and minuses here, but overall it was a great experience, and it was such a fun trip to see Beaver Island. And it's really interesting too to learn about the history of Beaver Island. I will put that like in the description if you want to read about it a bit. But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.